Welcome to Spill the Tea, brought to you by Betway. And we've got a special opening show, get together, chill, spilling the tea. I've got Baba Mthethwa, the legendary, the man who actually gave me my first start in this industry, but we'll talk about that one day. Hlompo Kekana, ex-Mamelodi Sundowns captain and a former Pagania captain, Happy Jele as well. Gents, thank you so much for taking the time to come and join us. We're going to look ahead to the Nedbank Cup Final. Obviously, you know, one of the biggest in the country, everyone looking forward to it. But before we start, Baba, these are special gentlemen that we've got here today.
Yeah, OG, it's a rare moment actually in football or on television to have two former captains of two great teams together in a round table and to hear about what they do best or what they did best, which is football. They live football, they breathe football, they sleep football. You can wake them up at 2 o'clock and say, here's the ball, we'll see what will happen. I know one gentleman sitting around here, he would actually kick the ball and the ball go through the net. You know, I don't want to mention names now. Let me just keep quiet. And there's one with a head like this, and he hits the ball so hard with his head. It's gone. It's gone. Like, you have to go and ask. That's another player. Where did they find the ball? On a tree. Yeah. So it's a massive thing. Thank you very much for coming, guys.
It's cool. I like the similarities as well, because even though they played for different teams, Happy was more a one-man team. We're not really going to talk about that last bit, but Hlompo as well. You spent 10 super years at Mamelodi Sundowns. What does it take to have that sort of longevity with one team?
Firstly, let me thank you for this opportunity to be here with this gentleman here. He used to be my opponent. Yeah. And we used to fight a lot. But to answer your question, I think I would say it's not easy to play for a big team. And I say that because it takes a lot of, commitment, sacrifices. You need to always be on top of your game because everyone around you is as good as you are. So it means then you have to push yourself to the limits and maybe even test yourself there where you have never been. So in terms of talent, of course, they recruit players based on talent. That's why I say everyone around you is as talented as you are. So you have to give something that the team doesn't have. So for me, as Baba is speaking about it, is hinting about the things that I used to do. Yeah. Of course, some of them I don't remember them because it was just adrenaline of the things that we used to do. The game, we used to love the game. We love the game, and the things that you do for the game, at times it become part of you. Yeah. So you don't have even to think about them. You just do them because that's the job. That's the thing that you do, and before the job, it's part of you as a person. So I just know that there's certain things that I did in my football career that are still unbelievable. I can't believe them myself. Imagine what happens to people, because if I can't believe them, and Baba is speaking about the goal that I scored the 12 minutes in, he's still trying to set the mood and the goal went in. But if you ask me to do it again, as I'm calm like this, I don't think I'll ever do that. But because of the adrenaline, and of course the match is big and everybody's talking about it, and I remember my uncle used to be mad at me because he was he's a big Pirates fan. Yeah. So when I score against Pirates, why are you mad now? Come down.
They were also kind of still trying to acclimatize to the game, and then you hit them with the long range.
That went in. But after the match, I will have a conversation with him. I said I'll kill him, but I'll apologize first because I know it won't be a nice thing to receive, especially when that match ends, because it's a big match, and when these two teams meet, there's always things to talk about.
Yeah. Happy 16 long years at Pirates as well. 16 long years. No. Let's cup your thing.
Coca-Cola. No, he played Coca-Cola. He played Coca-Cola. The only cup that I played that is no longer there. It's SAA. Super 8.
I was still at school when that tournament played.
No, Super SAA Hlompo 2007.
I was watching that on TV.
No way. No way. No way.
When was I Coca-Cola?
2001. 2001, he played Coca-Cola.
So Happy thinks maybe Hlompo might have taken a discount.
Yeah, somewhat, somehow.
Never know. We know what we mean by that.
Oh, just imagine we're in the same age.
Yes.
But we're in the same age. But at 2001, I was playing a Coca-Cola. I think I was doing great.
Now tell us about the 16 years that you spent in Bagania. I can't even do the sign. I wanted to do the sign. It's just the cameras there. And those hands when they cross, they are heavy.
Like this.
You
can do it.
No, I can't do it.
I know you're a Pirates fan.
That sign is heavy.
I know you're a Pirates fan. It was professional to Sundowns.
Tell us about that 16 years.
16 years winning so many trophies. I mean, what was the highlight for you? And you were part of that double-treble team that dominated for 2 wonderful seasons. I mean, that was incredible achievement.
Yeah, all I can say, the opportunity that I got that time, I'm grateful for it, because I was young and I dreamed about playing for one of the team in the PSL. You know when you grow up watching Wissam Ismail and those 4 games in a day, spectacular. You get to be inspired, by some of the players that are younger or same age as you playing there. I wanted to be there as well. So while I was playing at the young age, some of the scouts came and select me, and I was very happy to be part of Orlando Pirates, and I wanted to be the best. The likes of Edward Mutale, the likes of Otto Villegas. I wanted to be one of the best as well, And when the opportunity come, I've raised my bar. I've raised my bar, and I remember 2007 after I joined, because I've joined 2006. So after I joined, when you starting to learn about the history of the team and everything that's happening in the team, and once you know that it was 10 years before not winning a trophy by that time, so I wanted to be part of winning a trophy at Orlando Pirates, and I was working so hard, to help the team to get results. And 2010, everything changed. Everything changed for me, and I was one of the people that changed the cycle of winning trophies. And after then we went back to back treble, and it was great for me, and just to be part of Orlando Pirates as a young boy, just in all, it's nice and it's a blessing. And to stay long to Orlando Pirates, to watch people coming and going, and you always there. I always tell people when they ask me, what did you do it? I don't know what did I do, but I feel like I was the chosen one from God to stay so much longer, because some of the players, I think the longest players is Lucky and Okpara.
Sure.
So for me,
stayed at Paris longer than Jomo.
I think I've stayed more than.
I think so, yeah.
Yes,
You got the highest number of caps, right?
Yes.
I've got.
And you played with Okpara, ne?
Yeah, I've played with Okpara.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay.
I was still young. I've joined the team when I was young. I was 18 year old when I joined the team. So yeah, for me it's blessing. I was a chosen one from God to stay so long, and I feel like I've contributed so much to the team. I've played with dignity as well, and I've represented the team very well, and I think I'm blessed.
OG, absolutely.
Kicking people left, right, and
Oh, really?
This one. It was kicking.
But he wasn't that hard. But he was just a smooth operator.
But I was
It was clever.
Clever.
Very intelligent.
Very clever, eh?
But you know there's one thing that as a player, when you compete with other players, you need to be unique as a player. You will tell you as well. I was competing with the likes of Mabe, the likes of Jimmy Tau, the likes of Roy Mahamudza.
Yeah.
So all of them, they are good in playing. And I knew on my side that I'm very good at playing as well. But I need to come with something different, And there's something different. I saw that. Let me start by kicking, so that
And he was kicking too.
so that people can be scared of me, you know. And I remember I used to have a lot of yellow cards in the season. After 3 games, I'm suspended. After 3 games, I'm suspended. But I've learned around the way that, you know, you need to be unique, and people need to be scared of you. And that's when you're going to enjoy football. And when the opponent started to be scared of me, I was starting to enjoy football, going up and down, because they know this boy can kick as well. Then, yeah.
Now obviously we're looking ahead to the Nedbank Cup. For you guys, tell us about, you know, the week leading up to a cup final. I think over the years, you've also spoken about, hey, when it's derby time, even the injured players are not injured. When it's cup final time, I mean, what's it like? What's the mood like in the camp? Looking forward to a big game that's coming up.
I think the excitement itself, it's you'll see even in a training, people start, you know, enjoying more, start smiling more. They want to be part of that 20 that will be, you know, selected to be on the day of the final. But I think motivation, you get it from yourself. It's within. You don't have to be motivated by anybody on that week, because it's a big match. It's a big match where people will be watching. Your family will be there watching. So I think we always used to remind ourselves that this is the match that you don't have to play outside the match. You have to play on the field. So we're trying to suppress that excitement. It doesn't happen. It's something that is a feeling that has to come within. But we're trying by all means to balance that. It doesn't happen. But we know very well that motivation, and everybody cannot say anything about this match. We know the importance of the match. We know why we have to pitch on that match. We know the feeling of, you know, going to that podium, you know, receiving a gold medal. Those are the moments that you look forward to. And you don't want to spoil that by doing something new. You're trying by all means to not to have so many errors in that week. Towards the match as well, you are trying to keep everything simple. Of course, we're different as people, how we take our excitement. So you'll find some players are overexcited. Some they know how to play big matches, and some they need to be, let's go, man, it's a big match, try. But once you find a balance of players that understand the importance of winning football matches, difficult matches, then you are at peace. I think my horrible experience was to lead a team of Mamelodi Sundowns, in a sense that I call it horrible because you then have to be a leader of so many characters, a leader of checking the emotions of a lot of people. Are they ready? Are you, you know? So you don't have, as a leader, you then, it's no longer about you, how you feeling. So you can feel good, but then there's so many,
especially the young ones.
Yeah, you need to try and look at everybody else. Are they in the same
page
as you are? So that itself, then it gives you a lot of responsibilities ahead of a huge match. So then you have to deal with so many things. But before I became a captain, it was easier. I have to look at my individual performance to say I need to give myself 100%. And it's up to the next person how he's going to give the 100%. So the responsibilities were less than when you become a captain. But then excitement is everywhere. You'll even see those who don't play the behind the scenes stuff. They're excited. No, guys, we have to win this for us. Then everything is become even serious when 3 days towards the match. Then you feel that the tension. Now you realize that this is actually bigger than I thought. So I think I never used to like that part where we go into the Cup final, but I used to love lifting the trophy. Yeah.
Juxtapose that, Happy, especially when you're leading a team, and it's the pressure of, one, you're playing for a big club. There's so much expectations. You guys kind of like are responsible for the mood of how half the country probably is going to be on a Monday, right? And then you guys lost twice to SuperSport in the final. How tough is that to then take?
It's very tough. I think after you've played the game and you lost, it's very tough individually. It's very tough for the team as well, because there's a lot of expectation. As a big team, you're supposed to win every match. You know, that's the pressure that you have when you're starting to join for a big team.
Yeah.
The first pressure, you have to win every single game. So a final, you must remember, most people are pirates in South Africa. And you can't even go to the garage and forfeit from it. It's very difficult. Your entire week, it's spoiled already. You rather say, Hlompo, ngicela ungithengele isinki.
I'm telling you, petrol.
Yeah, I'm telling you petrol. And for me, because as a captain and lost the game, I'm supposed to interact with fans as well. You know, you go, you have to speak to the garage people. Hey, relax. It was part of the game. We'll do better next time. You know, the pressure. You have pressure of players. You have pressure of supporter. You have pressure from the team. So
these are the link.
The link. You are the link of everyone.
A shot.
So you take it, and that thing sometimes it takes away of yourself, because you're responsible for a lot of people.
Hey, and that's the stuff people don't know, right?
They don't know, and you take all the bullets wherever you go. You take all the bullets. You take all the bullets, and I think for me it made me a better person. To be selfless. You know what I mean? It makes me to a better person and be the person that I am today because of those challenges that I had before. But it's very difficult to.
It's very difficult.
To answer you, it's very difficult.
The Nedbank Cup Final. I remember when you lost SuperSport in Durban. I was there, and I could see at the end of the match how Pirates players were devastated. And with all the Nedbank Cup Finals that you lost playing at Pirates, which one was the one that hurt most, and why?
The one that hurt most, I will say it's two. It's SuperSport, actually. Those two games. One, the one we're playing in Polokwane. When we lost it, I think we were competing for Confed, and we ended up losing the Confed as well. So it hits us hard, because we had to compete to Confed and Nedbank, and at the same time we lost those both trophies. So I think that's the bad highlights of me. And say in the same year we lost 2 trophies in the space of, I think it was 4 weeks. In a month.
At the end of the season.
It's the end of the season, and the Confed as well is at the end of the season. So it hit us most.
The Nedbank Cup, I think it has become synonymous with surprises. Which one surprised you?
The Nedbank Cup.
Yeah.
It's when
As a team, as Mamelodi Sundowns, and you as a player individually.
So as a player, it's two matches that I don't forget. The most difficult match that I played was against Vasco da Gama, semi-finals in Super Stadium. The second one, I went to watch Amatax beat Kaizer Chiefs go the same Super Stadium. And I realized that in a football match, and I started looking at the game differently then, because I was still young. As at SuperSport, I think I was 21 then. And I realized that the game, you need to work hard for you to get a result. And it shaped my mind how to look at football, that you're not entitled to win. And I realized that in as much as we want to play this game the way we want to, there will be teams that planned better than you are. And some days, it's not even about plan. Things fall for themselves. You know, they do things that are extraordinary, and they get a goal and they win the football match.
But it's also that I mean, you guys playing for big teams, when you play against a smaller team, it's almost like they up their performance as well when they play against you.
I think just to add on what you're saying. Maluti, when they beat us, Joe, those players were running.
It was a cup final for them. It's
It
like,
was a cup final for them.
Yeah.
You know, they worked their socks off. And I think sometimes as a player, we have that mentality of saying, we are big. Obviously here we're going to pass easily. And it's not like that because other players, they work so hard to beat you. It's like when you're playing in the league, there's no small teams or big teams because all of you are competing for one thing.
Yeah.
It's either a 3-point or to pass the stage to another level.
Yeah.
You know, so I've seen Maluti, the way they're playing, score 2 goals before halftime.
Yeah.
And we were over them because of playing.
Yeah.
But we're not creating goals. You know? So their strategy was to break us with counter-attacks. And they did that. Because I think 2 players or 3 players were cheating.
Yeah.
You know, they've got nothing to lose.
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
You know, they just want to prove themselves to say, we're also the best players in our league. You know what I mean?
I think that, sorry to cut you, Happy, that match actually brought so much fear into me when I play these matches. And I say that because you don't want to experience the same feeling that the parents got.
Yeah.
So you're trying to, by all means, to avoid it. So when you play a smaller team, which
So is that why you guys scored 24 against Power Lines? You guys had that fear. You're like, and no, 7 goals. Like, how do you score 7 goals?
In one
He
match.
scored 7.
How many? Yes,
Eh? It was the fear. eh?
Tell alive, we've never done that, ne?
what do you mean? Yeah, no, it was.
Pela in a season, you finish with 4, 5.
Yeah, I used to score 5 goals.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's still a record, you know that?
To score 7 goals in one match.
Yebo, who else did it? Remind me.
Who else is going to do it?
No one. In the Nedbank Cup run.
Okay, so tell me,
7 goals in
Hlompo,
one match.
when Ali Fitla go ma 10, like, are you guys not saying?
Still playing.
So, unfortunately or fortunately, at Sundowns, when you get there, you realize, like I said, you know that everybody is as good as you are. So that for you to apply the form for the next match, you feel the form for the next match, you need to play so well, leave everything on that field. So it's a difficult thing to do. You can't then score 10 goals and you think
That's enough.
the match is finished. And we have seen so many upset in football. So the fear that I'm talking about is to see Chiefs losing in Polokwane to Baroka. Is to see Maluti beating a lot of Pirates in Free State. You don't want to have that feeling.
You don't want to be a victim.
Yeah, victim is something, but to have that feeling, I don't want to experience it. I don't know how it feels, but I'm sure it's a horrible
next door.
feeling. Because then you look at yourself and be like, there's so many things we could have done right. We controlled this, we controlled that, but we couldn't finish the match. So you don't want to experience that, because then it's a horrible feeling. Yeah. So I was like, okay, once we have an opportunity to kill teams, we must kill it. And with the 7 goals, I didn't see that one coming. But of course, it was, for me, if you saw the goals that I scored, okay, the first 3 where I was in the box and then I scored. The 4th one, the 5th, it was outside the box where I was like, okay, it's a shooting practice for me.
To shoot.
He was
Practice I won't make sure.
Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story?
He wants to reveal my secret.
Tell us the
the
source.
thing in the boot, or is it something else?
You know players, ne? Players, they like to cut socks.
Yeah.
Ne?
He's revealing my secret.
You know?
Let's hear.
You are no
Let's
longer
hear.
playing.
Yeah,
Wow,
I know.
You know, players, they cut their socks and put their sports socks first
Underneath, yeah.
underneath and all that. You know Hlompo? He just cut the socks like,
Meanwhile.
yeah, by the tools like this.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Then here, go by impama. Like, I'm serious. It just cover the only the ankles. Then that's it.
But you should know this because you stay together at Bafana.
Yeah, I know.
You should know this. Yeah.
when
We used to watch him cut the song.
Yeah, I used to watch him cut this. They stay together.
And
at
when he
Bafana
hit,
Bafana. Yeah.
he hit like inyawo.
Yeah, like.
Inyawo like he can feel the
ball.
The ball.
And the oranges?
Aish.
It was part of the ingredients.
But not taking away what it did for the country, for this team. No, he was a brilliant,
I used to.
he was a brilliant shooter.
I mean, hey, Pushkas Awards, nominees. I remember when you guys played the Club World Champs in Japan. You must see how big Hlompo is. The Japanese brought him special boots.
Serious?
Yeah, man. Hey, I was like, this guy's a big deal.
Remember you wear Mizuno?
Yeah. So the Japanese brought him these
So he went to
special
home
boots.
And he was the only player who was wearing Mizuno in the PSL.
Yeah.
The only one.
Stop spying on me.
And you know what? He
We know these things.
He was,
Hey, we know
he
these
was
things.
getting boots every month.
No.
What do you mean?
Happy, ngithi lapha eJapan mfana. The Japanese, Hlompo sakho. There you go.
But they had a proper boot for a player.
For long range.
For you.
For me specifically,
Yeah,
because
for you.
Do you know that you and Frankie Fredericks, the athlete from Namibia, were the only two athletes in the in Southern Africa who wear Mizuno?
really.
Yeah.
That's massive. Hey, anyway, guys, there's a cup final to talk about. Two big teams. Hlompo, I'll start with you. Just looking at the Ranya Mamelodi Sundowns, I mean, what do you think their chances are going into the final?
But the chances are big. They've got. They've been having good run in the season, and that's why they are crowned the champions, in South African football, and that tells you the amount of work they put in every match they play, and it's a consistency for me, that even in the schedule that they've created for themselves, which is every match they win, it creates, it stretches the calendar, they still manage to be resilient in winning football matches. Even if it's tough, you can see that it's tough nowadays, especially the last matches. But this is a team that is consistently looking to win football matches. They stand a chance of winning this trophy, but they are playing against a team that knows this tournament very, very well.
Yeah.
And in my last 15 years in the Premier League, I only know a team that can go to the Nedbank Cup Final easy, and that's Orlando Pirates. And you talk about there's so many cup finals that they lost to SuperSport, but it's because they reached to that cup final. They went to win the one in Mabida against Vets, the difficult one. That one's difficult, and you realize I don't recall my Nedbank Cup finals, when I was still a footballer. Yeah, I only remember two. One other I lost to SuperSport in Orlando. Yeah. And the one that I won in against Ajax in Gqeberha.
That was P.
That was PE. I don't count the lockdown one. It felt horrible to play. Yeah, it felt horrible. I did enjoy football. I think that's part of the reasons why I stopped playing football is because of that experience that I got in Babel. But to answer that, I think I still believe Sundowns got a huge chance to beat Orlando Pirates because they have been consistent the whole season in matches that I watched them play. No, I guess for me easy because he knows on the day they can come up and fluke us. And I don't want them to fluke us with the performance.
Will it be a fluke?
He said surprise, is he here?
Surprise you. It's not a fluke.
Yeah. So yeah.
He knows. Angete Moses Mabida, we started with them, so it's.
Oh, so winner, Pirates' chances in the final?
They've got a big chances of winning this trophy. One is because this second round they've been consistently. They're playing very well. Another point, they want to defend the trophy, obviously.
But we still mad that you beat us at that tournament.
That's the
one.
one.
That one.
Yeah.
For that, you're going to pay.
Are you sure?
100%.
You must remember, we are the only one that compete with Sundowns.
Oh, you do? I like that.
We are the one that give you a challenge and we beat you.
You fluke us sometimes.
No, we don't fluke you.
No, we'll see.
So the chances of winning, it's very huge. and I believe with the consistency that they've been playing these games, and with the intensity that they bring in the game, it's going to cause Sundowns, because you must remember Sundowns, they've played a lot of games. You know when it's fighting kicks out.
Yeah. Mara, you're going to change the lineup, so
No.
we'll beat you for that.
You know when fatigue kicks out,
Yeah.
you know, it's no longer you.
Yeah.
You're floating.
You're floating, you know.
Yeah.
So with Pirates, yes, they've been playing a lot of games, but not more than Sundowns. So they've got an advantage.
They are fresher.
They are fresher than Sundowns. So with the consistency, with the intensity that they're playing with, it's gonna kill them.
Sundowns has played 54. 53 actually, going to 54. And that's the most in one season. Pirates, I think, has played 51 now, if not 50. Yeah. And that says a lot. Sundowns has not considered a lot of goals. I think it's considered only 10 or 9. And Pirates has considered more. Sundowns has scored more. They've got more points in the league. But then the question is,
Final.
yeah, it's a cup final.
And it's the last
It's
game
a
of the
different
match.
kettle of fish,
season,
you know.
yeah.
It's the last game of
we're
the
closing
season.
the season with Pirates wanting to win the second trophy, Sundowns wanting to win the second trophy. Okay, the difference is the prize money. They've won 15 already in the league.
Hey, all that aside, Baba. I know you want us to spill the tea. I wanted to ask them about leading up to
I want to know, what do they do
leading up to
before you get into that field? On the day, how many baths do you take?
To the match.
Yeah, how many baths do you take? I mean, the normal bath
Not
and the other
pass.
bath.
Not pass.
Oh, the bath.
Yeah, the bath. That bath.
Of course, you must smell good. That's all. I know.
There we go.
Of course,
We know you take a bath and the bath and that bath and that bath.
Of course.
Okay.
You can't
And
wake
remember,
up
you
in the
must have
morning.
fire in you. Ne?
Okay, you can't wake up in the morning and
That's
take
agree.
it.
You must also have fire in you. Ne? You must have that fire in you.
Fire in
It isn't fire, it's
Oh, yeah.
in
your eyes to see, to know that you are
So what happens to that fire?
Oh, you
Where
have-
do you get the fire from?
that fire.
You too, you must tell us.
Happy, that fire you get it because it's within you.
Yes.
You wanna win the tournament.
yeah. OG.
But the-
OG,
Angithi,
Kuza Lumuntu,
Baba Mthethwa, angithi you are hungry for the game.
Oh yes, that's the fire you're talking about.
So the fire, it's there.
No.
Which
The
bath?
fire in the bath.
And you must smell good.
You must smell good
And
to go in the
the fire, the bath, the watermelon, the what, we know these things. So
Oh, watermelon.
Yeah.
Of course, when after having breakfast, you must have a dessert. Yeah, I don't know what watermelon is.
And you must take a shower.
And you must take a shower. It's given.
And it's kancane.
Anyway.
So when they cut these socks, are they wet or dry when you go to the beach?
You must ask him.
Are they dry or do you play with the wet socks?
Well, it depends on the make of your boots. My boots, it was
Straight from
all-
Japan.
Yeah, it was straight from Japan. All the conditions is there. So for me, I used to wear one boot which I know it suits for all conditions.
Are they allowed to talk to outside people before the final?
Oh
Like,
yeah, we used to. We used
social
to have
media and
conversations.
what and what. Do you talk to
Yeah.
like friends,
I think
family, and all that?
for me it depends who you're talking to.
Ah, okay.
You can't talk to it someone that's gonna distract you around the way, because the whole week you've prepared,
Yeah.
and your mentality, you want to focus on the game. So you want someone that is positive,
Yeah.
give you a positive energy for the day. For me, when I was playing final, I will tell my wife not to talk on the day of the game.
Okay.
You know, we'll stop, like if it's Friday, by 10 o'clock maybe it's a goodbye.
So what did you do? You write letters to each other?
No.
Or you don't talk at all? You just ask
I try to avoid.
sign language?
Certain conversations.
I try
Or
to
certain
take
conversations?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm focusing on the game because I don't want to be distracted.
Yeah. You can tell me about the glove is broken.
You know what I mean?
I'm focused on the Let's change the clothes.
You know. So we try to minimize, you know. and focus on the game so that you prepare yourself very well. Even with the fans as well.
Yeah.
You try to get positive vibe, not the negative ones.
Well, gents, thank you so much for the time and the chats. We're certainly looking forward to the. I'll start the guy. Who do you think?
Who do win? Pirates.
Okay, cool. Hlompo, quick one.
3-0 Mamelodi Sundowns 3, Pirates 0.
Happy?
2-0 for Pirates.
2-0 they told a guy.
Mola.
Baba just told you. Baba just told you the whole season. The whole season we just conceded 9 goals.
Yeah, but it's a cup match.
And those goals we
And
gave.
you must remember our time, eh? You must remember our time.
Yeah.
Each and every game, it's a new game.
You're as good as your last game.
As good as your last game. You know.
Sundowns is untouchable, guys, this year.
Okay.
Okay, if you say it's untouchable, let's call Yanga, let's call who else? Al Ahly, Esperance. Let's call Casablanca and all.
No, it's not a fluke.
Yeah, let's go call all of them.
You know,
But all I know is.
you know, in the day,
Yeah.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, on the day
Yeah.
of the match,
Yeah.
when someone is working harder than you, the possibility of winning that game, it's 100%.
We will never put ourselves in that space of our parents overpowering us or even working harder than us. We will make sure that we match the level and we know the goal is coming. Yeah.
I know. On that note, Vala, it's good luck to Pirates, good luck to Sundowns. We're hoping for a fiery final. We know it's sold out in Bombela. We'll be making our way there to go check out the final. It promises to be a good one. Gents, Sabong. Thank you, peace.
brother.
Hlompo.
Thank you.
Baba Wam.
Skipper.